Morning, everybody. We are just coming off the mountains, Franklin Mountains, Crazy Cat, aka the Dawn Wall.
Today.
Yes,
Felt
Amy
like
just
it.
climbed.
I felt like I was climbing an extreme wall.
You were?
And then when I looked at your video, I was like, oh, that wasn't that extreme.
And we just posted some video from this on the Instagram account if you're interested in seeing it. Beautiful day in El Paso and Juarez. And our kids are all at friends' houses.
Yep.
So we thought with Artemis, we'd make the most of the day. And for us, that was a hike in the Franklin Mountains. And it's just absolutely beautiful out here.
Yeah.
A little
We took
chilly.
A route that I've never done before. Beto did it a few weeks ago with a friend, where we were on the trail and then left the trail to kind of climb through this crevice to get to the top of the mountain.
Maybe it's a
awesome.
crevasse. Or is that only in ice?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It was cool.
very
Beto's
steep.
cut up his hand a little bit.
Yes. We left some blood on the mountain. And Artemis, tell them about Artemis scaling the wall.
Yeah, she was whimpering like, "Don't make me do this," and then did, and she just powered through it. She was awesome. Right, Artemis? Yeah. Right.
So our plan now is we're gonna be cat sitting. So we're gonna make sure the cats are settled, and then we're gonna go get some machaca at Lucy's. And
So the two cats that Molly fostered in September have been living with my sister, but my sister's going out of town, so she asked if we'd watch the cats. So Molly is super excited to be cat sitting for the next few days, and we'll see if the love from the cats is still there for us.
we want to tell you about this organization that we started called Powered by People. But first, Amy, any chance you grab the camera and show people what the mountains in Juarez look like right now? Oh, you can.
Yeah, got it. It's been a while, Beto.
It's all right.
I'm out of.
That's all right. Can you see it, or is it too far away? We're coming down Rim Road in El Paso, Texas, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. A little windy, a little chilly by El Paso standards. It's 45 degrees out right now, but beautiful day to hike.
Okay, and I just got comments to pop up.
Who do we have on the line, Amy?
We have Paula Art wishing us an almost happy new year. Thomas saying he appreciates how hard you fought.
Thank you,
So
Thomas.
Holly's asking, powered by people, question mark. So Beto,
Yes.
what is powered by people?
So we've already explained the Dawn Wall, which is Amy's ascent up this rock face in the Franklins. Powered by People is our effort with a lot of really great people to do everything we can in 2020 to win the Texas State House. So we're 9 seats down from winning a majority for the first time since 2001. And what that means in very real terms is we end the racist gerrymandering that exists in Texas that until 2018 meant that we were 50th in the country in voter turnout. Not because we dislike our democracy, not because we're less civically engaged, but because literally Texas was drawn that way by the Republicans in power, who diminished the voting power of African Americans and Mexican Americans and anyone who didn't look like the majority or white Americans in Texas. When everyone is drawn into our democracy and included in the ability to run for office or to vote or to know that their vote will really count and make a difference, then we're really going to be pulling our full weight. And the leadership in Texas will reflect the genius and the diversity of the state. It also means that if you care about gun violence or climate change or criminal justice or access to health care in the least insured state in the United States of America, if you want us to take the lead on issues of immigration or the dynamics on the US-Mexico border, then we need a majority that reflects your interests, our passion, and our opportunity to lead. And the only way to do that is to take the majority in the state house. So Powered by People will work to bring volunteers from across Texas to knock on doors, make phone calls, do the important legwork in these critical elections that are coming up this year. And the first one is a runoff to a special election in Fort Bend County, just outside of Houston, Texas, where Liz Markowitz is running to represent the 28th Texas House District. Her election takes place on the 28th. The runoff begins on the 21st of January, and we want to start knocking on doors now. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I traveled to go knock on doors with Liz, who is a phenomenal candidate, will be a wonderful representative for us in the Texas State Legislature, but is going to need your help. And the way to sign up to help Liz, if you want to knock on doors with us, if you want to make phone calls, and Amy and I are going to host a phone bank this Sunday here in El Paso, is to go to BetoO'Rourke.com. That's where Powered by People is being housed right now until we come up with a better domain name. Go to BetoO'Rourke.com and you can sign up there. Or if you want to help support our efforts financially, you can make a contribution of $5, $10, $15. That means that we can hire the organizers to help on this and other races across the state of Texas and make the most of this extraordinary volunteer network that we engaged with in 2018 and in 2019 as well. There were 20,000 people who canvassed across the state of Texas in 2018 that produced the largest turnout that we'd ever seen in the history of Texas, where we won more votes than any Democrat in the history of the state of Texas, where we helped 12 state reps, Democrats, defeat Republicans to get us 9 seats away from a majority in the state house, where we helped Colin Allred and Lizzie Panel Fletcher win their races against Republicans to represent their districts in the United States Congress, and where 17 African-American women won judicial elections in Harris County, home to Houston, Texas. So we can produce those kinds of results if we're engaging with all these volunteers from Texarkana to Amarillo, to El Paso, to Laredo, Longview, Mary Lou Tivibaugh, to Nacogdoches, Christina Corsi. Now we're gonna have to name everybody in Texas. To Fort Bend, where we really want to see you in the coming weeks, given the fact that early voting is going to begin on the 21st of January. And so we'll be announcing some block walks in Fort Bend. There's Howell, our neighbor. And we'd love for you to be part of it. So for now, go to BetoO'Rourke.com, sign up, and we'll put you to work, or make a donation to fund this work that we're doing across Texas. And this is for Steve Rudner, además.
Whoa, sorry.
In addition to these state races, we also have the chance to help bolster the representation of Democrats from Texas in the United States Congress. That means that there are the Colin Allred and Lizzie Panel Fletcher seat, which we want to hold on to. They're 2 extraordinary representatives. We want to add to their efforts by winning 6 open seats. There's been a number of Republicans who are retiring from Congress in Texas. Let's replace them with Democrats. If we do the necessary organizing work, knocking on doors, making phone calls, registering people to vote, and then making sure that they get out to vote, welcoming everyday Texans to become volunteers in these races, we can win those elections. And then, on a statewide basis, we can defeat John Cornyn to make sure that we have a Democrat representing our interests in the United States Senate, which is just going to be critically important to the future that we want to have in this state and for this country. Again, on climate change, on gun violence, on criminal justice, on healthcare, on an economy that works for everyone, on immigration laws that are written in our own image. We're going to need people who share our same values, who have the same passion and interests, and who are willing to do the necessary work to get the job done. So let's help those candidates out. And then lastly, and most importantly, Donald Trump and Trumpism poses the greatest threat to this country. Do more to defeat Donald Trump once and forever, than Texas with our 38 electoral college votes. If we do the necessary organizing work now, all the way through November, through the 254 counties of Texas, then we can make sure that whoever our nominee is successful against Donald Trump, and that she or he wins those electoral college votes, and in addition to winning the popular vote, ensures that there is an unequivocal outcome to this election that no one can question or exploit, and that this country really begins to make the necessary progress on the issues that we care most about. So that is what Powered by People is organizing to do, bringing everyday Texans from across the state, all 254 counties, into this critically important work, knocking on doors, making phone calls, talking to their neighbors, their friends, their family members, their coworkers, their colleagues, and their classmates to make sure that we win these important elections. We would love to have you join us in this effort. It's Powered by People, and right now you can sign up by going to BetoO'Rourke.com, and we'll continue to keep you updated by live stream, by our posts on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook, so that you can sign up for phone banks, for canvassing, which means knocking on doors, and for bringing in your friends and family members to become volunteers in this effort. Es todo.
I've seen a few comments on the beard.
Yeah. Do we shave this in 2020?
Maybe just trim it.
Okay.
Getting some length in here.
Yeah. But you know what? On a cold day like today,
It felt good.
It felt good. Yeah.
I appreciate my beard on days like today too.
You don't have a
Yeah, I do.
All right. We'll see you all down the road. Thanks to everyone who's been getting in touch, supporting Powered by People, who's already signed up at BetoO'Rourke.com. To those who signed up for the phone bank this Sunday, we had to cap it at 40 at our house here in El Paso, but we're so excited to see you. You'll be getting an email from Amy and me with instructions on a couple things that we need you to do before the phone bank starts, so that we are super effective calling voters in Fort Bend to vote for Eliz Markowitz on the first day of early voting, January 21st in House District 28. We'll follow that up with more phone banks, block walking in Fort Bend. I'll be down on the ground. I want you, if you don't live in Fort Bend, to drive down from your part of Texas to join us. And if you're in Fort Bend, would love to meet you in person. And so we'll be going down in the next couple of weeks and looking forward to seeing you there. All right?
Cool.
I think that's it. Have a great Saturday. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to the live stream, and we're looking forward to seeing you soon. Adios.
Bye.
Y nos vemos.